Welcome to Verbal Pig Radio, where we give you a verbal image of life, and we are everyday people. I got my peeps in the house, and these are people who are premiering in the upcoming movie Everyday People. Got Low Key in the building. What's up, Low Key?
Man, what's going on, Brother Black?
Man, you know how we do it, baby. Then I got Robus Vader of the Coondocks in the building.
Yeah, man.
It's definitely going down. Now, check this out. You heard now whether it was Memphis or Mississippi, but the incident was 54-year-old male brother stopped to help 4 women who had a flat tire, right? Mm-hmm. So he changes the flat, then takes them to purchase a new tire, and then they wind up killing him, right?
Yeah.
And so they're saying, okay, well, now Charlemagne the God, he was basically saying, look, man, don't stop and help nobody, man. Don't wait to see if Jesus coming back, because Jesus ain't coming back. He said if Jesus was to come back here, you kill Jesus. Jesus, you know what I mean? Then he said that hell, Jesus already died one time. Why come back so he can die again? You know what I'm saying? So that was his take. That was his take on the deal. But my thing was, the question of the day is, we had Mona speaking on this earlier. Well, where did the turn take place? I stated that, when feminism came, because black men never told their wives that you couldn't vote, or we didn't mind you getting a job, help out the house.
Yeah.
It's when black women joined on to white women causes, and then looked at us as though we were doing the same thing to them that the white man was doing to his woman. Mm-hmm. And then so we couldn't, but the thing is, why we couldn't reel them in, I believe that it was the fact that I know during slavery time, whenever anybody got out of line, they put the black woman in the head.
Yeah.
She was the basically the overseer.
Yeah.
The white men would come to the black woman and say, hey, you better get everything in line. And she go to the house and jump on everybody, even the man.
Now. That's what they do now.
They do now.
Like when that incident jumped off with the little brother, and he was out there, rioting with the rest and the mother.
Right.
She came out there and embarrassed him, and then got on European media and doubled down on what she did and became a spokesperson for their cause.
That's right. They were basically stating that they actually raised her as a hero. Yeah. Man, and just side note, man. Whenever you see a white male with his arm around any black person, he just stayed to the word that this is my nigga.
Facts.
It's okay, done deal. But we want to jump back into how do we curve that? Because the question was, how do we get that back in line, or is it gone too far? We can't reel it back, because the statement was made that, the rims and whether you putting candy on, whatever, a lot of that was done to impress the female. If the female had said, look, I want a brother that read books, we had a backpack full of books to get with her. Mm-hmm. So how do we, is it too far gone, or can we balance this thing out?
Well, in my opinion, I think it might be too far gone. We might be too far into the future. The image that we want our women to be, that Elijah that taught our women to be, that Islam that taught our women to be, the Western civilization has changed their whole mindset. When you turn on that TV, every woman looked the same.
Right.
They got the Beyonce hair, big ass booty, forgive me for cussing,
come on,
and big breast, thin waist. They go to bed looking beautiful and wake up looking beautiful. Black women. That's right. It's an image that they have portrayed to us that, me personally, I don't think we're going to get back. We too far. It's that whole feminism, civil rights movement, that whole little movement, it clashed. Now it's gone, in my opinion.
So now they're getting surgery, and what? Black women getting surgery. Black women never needed surgery.
Go on Instagram.
You was naturally.
Go on Instagram for a day.
Women dying because of complications from plastic surgery.
Yeah.
But our sisters are already beautiful as they are.
Yeah.
But now do we need to explain it and let them know, or put it like this?
Yeah, we do.
If in the Egyptian mystery system, music was one of the sciences. Mm-hmm. So are we out of the mathematics to where we not putting the science in the music, or has they took over the music? And what you got, bro, low-key?
When Europeans, whenever they took over the music industry, we all know that they control the narrative to our people. And we know that music is arguably the most powerful form of energy, vibration, that's crackling right now.
Yes, sir.
So when they took over that particular frequency, that had a major impact on our culture as a people. People, they asking questions like they don't know the answer. Well, the answer is within our culture. Our culture is the reason why we act the way that we are. But culture is something that is formed and is cultivated. Okay. So we didn't start this way. This is a thing that we were nurtured into, but it was malnourishment, and we were given the wrong foods, and now we see the product from that particular process. That a foreign entity, these particular Europeans and their politics, the effect that it had on our people and our culture, which is our way of life.
True.
Now,
that's a fact.
And just to add one thing now on the music tip, is that we do have, as far as like major artists like the Kendrick Lamars and the J. Cole's and even Drake, is bringing something other than, where we just talking genocide and where we just bashing without balance. But then on the other hand, you have these other artists that are being pushed by these major European companies, and their narrative is what's watering down. When we had artists like Pac, we still got Nas, coming out with some balanced commentary within the music. Just like Pim said, before he made his transition, you got to show both sides. And that's what's missing. We need our music to be that in totality, not just a piece of it. We need our music in totality to be balanced, where our conversations that we're having, our music is a reflection of that. True. Because our conversations isn't one-sided. It ain't all where we're just charismatic about every little thing that you think that we should care about. It ain't all where we just on some, taking heads off and pulling out spinal cords either. It's both. It's both sides. It's balance,
Yes, sir. That's actual facts. And the reason being is that we're on the planet, right? And we notice that anything that's unnatural that goes into this planet, it has a self-correcting mechanism that nature will correct itself.
True.
So since we are the original man and the original woman of the planet Earth, then it's saying that in a certain dispensation in time that we should correct the wrongs that affect us, just like the planet corrects its wrong in time. But the problem is what I'm saying is who corrects the wrong, or have we gotten so distorted to where we allow it, or it could be we allow things to play itself out, and we don't want to fight each other, so we just let a certain thing play itself out, and in time it'll just go away. You know what I mean? Because you got people. One brother was talking to me about the yin and the yang, and like you were saying too, brother, you got to show both sides, and you do. But I guess it's when the scale of my yacht is leaning heavy on one side, the corrective action, does it have to be drastic to balance it, or do you let it take care of itself and then eventually it will balance itself? And the reason why I'm saying that is because the defeminization of the black male is so heavy to where they even put it in the foods, and they actually are using rappers to put these dresses on. They've been working on it. But the thing about it is now it's creating an imbalance, because the sisters are saying we want to bring gods into the universe. We want to bring strong-minded men in the universe. And the sister was telling me, we want our men to be strong. We don't want them to be, flimsy. You know what I mean? It's messing with their harmonic balance, in a sense. So they looking over at black men and saying, hey, man, y'all need to fix this problem. You know what I mean? Because they saying they can't fix it. Now they coming to us. You know what I mean? It's getting out of hand because they want their daughter. They saying, oh, wait a minute. They finally woke up and said, hey, man, I got a daughter. And they looking at what's being raised and gays and Boy Scouts and whatnot. They saying, well, what the hell action? What I got? What my daughter gonna have when she get older? Man, it's like, and I got 2 girls. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, hey, man, step up, raise some soldiers out here.
Stop putting them in Boy Scouts, put them in MMA, put them in boxing.
Put them in boxing,
put them in basketball camp.
Something, man.
Yeah.
Work on, so
put them with, get them around some brothers like us,
That's right.
So we
Conscious
can,
brothers,
drop some knowledge of self on them, tell them to stand upright. Don't be sitting in your chair, slumped over and, sit up straight, right angle,
Come on. And believe you all, these brothers will correct actions, in brothers. It's like in the youth, meaning that I remember coming up and you have a underage cat and he like 12 years old, hey man, buy me a pack of cigarettes. Bro, who would buy you a pack of cigarettes? Why would you even ask me that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
Hey man, here go $5, go give me a 40. Dude, you supposed to be in class.
Right.
Yeah.
So we need brothers like you say to say, hey dude, don't do that no more.
Yeah, we do not do that.
They they gonna give him a pack here, they go take the pack. Say man,
Yeah.
who's responsible? And then it goes back to, am I my brother's keeper?
Right.
True.
Or
we on our own. Is it,
Yeah, we on our
I
own.
ain't got no brother. I'm just me.
I'm-
I ain't got time for nobody else.
what?
I think as far as a race, we need to adapt that back to it was when you were younger. Not calling you an old man, but you know what I'm saying? When you were younger, it was a certain type of camaraderie that black people, black men, us, we just don't have like we used to.
Nah.
You know what
But
I'm saying?
we didn't want to fight. What's going on? We didn't want to fight. What we wanted to do was not hide, but we look here. We didn't want to fight because we didn't want to be looked at by not saying the church, but man, the church would be like, if you stand up across that line, they coming after you. So your parents be like, well, be quiet. Go sit down. You're going to get in trouble. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, they jumping. We got to do something, to avoid it from falling on the next generation.
Yeah.
So a lot of my generation failed y'all generation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we didn't fight the fight when the fight was right in our face. We wanted to fight the fight, but we had so many, you would see, it was fear from the generation that was from our parents' generation.
Yeah.
It was, I guess, because they seen what happened. They was around with the Emmett Till and Malcolm and Martin. And I guess they were saying, well, look what happened to them. If you go out there, man, they gonna get you too.
Okay, so I got a question. Okay, if the mentality is how it is now, how we are toward the police, like if a riot break out, something break out, we fighting back.
Yeah, this is the fearless generation.
Do you think our timeline would have been different if they would have fought back?
Yeah,
Back in the day?
yeah.
Why didn't they?
Well, because they was taught to eat the wrong foods, bruh. They was taught to eat the wrong foods. That's why they didn't fight back. They thought that in the sense that if you love them to death,
but you can't.
Then they would love you
your
back.
Enemy. You cannot
right? You
love
can't
your enemy
because he's not gonna give you. He's not gonna give you that back. Matter of fact, he haven't been even trained on how to love you properly.
Okay. Well, go back to what you said at first about the 4 girls. Were they black?
Yeah. So four, they were escorts. Had a flat.
And there was a brother that did that too.
Yeah.
So what should happen to them 4 girls?
They shot the dude. In my opinion, that killed somebody to come to your aid and tried to help you with a good heart, and you take them out.
Yeah.
Then that's eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth.
That's brainwashing them. I mean, on their part, they pretty much brainwashed.
Yeah, they brainwashed.
They bit their hand and fed them pretty much.
Yeah, and you killed them. Somebody's father that didn't deserve it. You're not judge and executioner, because you
And somebody that look like you.
Somebody look like you for some monetary gain.
Right.
That's fiat money anyway.
Fiat, that's fake. That's a fake concept in the first place.
Yeah.
Anyway, and you can matter with some fake.
Yeah.
In his life, but that's what I'm saying. But that's where you go to the generation gap. He said, man, you see. Somebody say he see the 4 women they escorts. He look half nigga. He gonna pull over and help him out. Anyway, but some saying that back in the day, you see a woman stranded as a man passing by, you would feel bad about yourself.
My partner did that. My partner slipped up. He seen a woman, problem with the tire change and everything, took care of that, but he runs on principles.
Right.
So, some of us brothers, we run on principle.
That's right.
A lot of us brothers.
Right.
A lot of us.
Right. A lot of brothers. And you're right. That was a principle.
Yeah.
Principality.
That's a principle. But at the same time, the people that he stopped to render aid to didn't share those principles.
Right.
But bam, you right though, Loki. Y'all right. If you stand on principles, there's a connected energy that you can draw from or feel.
Is that a little contradiction though? Because he went into the intent of helping these women, and look how he done ended up. And he was just using his principles to say, "There's 4 girls, 4 women. I'm gonna go help them.
I'm be the man.
I'm gonna be the man." And look what happened.
That was his destiny. We all down. We came down here to experience all things.
Yeah.
Right.
There is no right or wrong.
Right.
Now we're talking about it. This could reach, and just from this situation happening, could reach, who knows, countless amount of our people to get some things in motion and to get some things, because this is a part of the cultivation process. We're cultivating ourselves out of the artificial and out of the fiction and back into nature and back into principles that we can really stand on,
So low key is saying if it's somebody stranded, then you should go help them.
If it's a sister, yeah.
Even
If it's a sister, yeah.
even in this situation.
So
Yeah.
So let me ask you this though. Let me ask you this.
Yeah, I
So-
ain't got nothing. I do all kinds.
You gonna be all right.
I mean, it does make you second guess, but I'm a man of principles as well. So it's like, man, I can't leave these women stranded. What kind of man would I be if I see these women stranded and I don't help them? I see this woman stranded and I don't help her.
You know,
know
it's
what
like,
I'm
come
saying?
on, it's something natural inside, instinctively.
there you
like,
go, there you go.
That's the role of a man, role of a woman.
Yeah.
But check this out. So let me ask you this: then did this specific time created this type of subject? Meaning, would have been having this subject, let's say, 100 years ago, 200 years, 2,000 years ago? Meaning, since we're in this particular dispensation in time, did this create the narrative for dialogue such as this? To where we at in the present time?
Stuff like this been going on forever. It's just the fact that it made national news, and this guy was really helping because I don't know my wife gonna listen to it, but she knows somebody who was a prostitute or a hooker or whatever, and this girl specifically would rob dudes. She do just like in the movies. Hit him, knock him down, do what he do. He sleep. She gonna rob him, and she running out the room. She ain't killed nobody, but
I man, say man, I ain't gonna say no names, but I know brother, who. When the sister was asleep, he going in that purse. I'm just saying, I'm gonna keep it all the way 100.
But that's my plan.
You want me though? I'm just saying. I know a guy. No, I'm serious. It wasn't me.
But that's what I'm saying. So are you saying there's never was a time to where the values was such at a high level and the values fell, meaning it's just been going on since man been on this planet, bro?
You just think nowadays wouldn't nobody do no crap like that? You just why would somebody even do that?
And
man?
then that's the key. What changed it to what now we got? Because in the Bible, I say God destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah.
This place was so and so. So what about in our particular time and era? Because we notice changes, and we know even you all in your generation coming up, you notice changes in the next generation behavior pattern. Because certain things that y'all wouldn't do, y'all had honor code wouldn't do. That's going on, even the style. Tell them what I'm saying. What's going on?
Right.
That
It's culture change,
is it getting deeper into? Or we, like you said, we gotta. It all gotta play out. Like say Abraham with the. When he said, okay, God told him, okay, 5, 10, 5, 5, 5, 1. Are we the ones saying, hey, God, man, it's still some good out there. Okay, well, let me step back, man. Y'all got wisdom and knowledge.
Okay.
Or we the 144.
Can I cut in on that one real quick? I was watching the news, and I forgot what had happened on the news, and the senator was speaking. I think it was the last terror attack, and it was so real what he said. He was like, just to let everybody know, there are no good guys. He was like, the world is bad. Like, the way he delivered it, he was like, Superman not gonna come from the sky and save nobody. You can't put no bat signal up, and Batman ain't gonna fly and save the day. But there is a Joker, there is a Lex Luthor, there is a Penguin, there is a Riddler. It's all bad guys.
Yeah, they all look the same.
And they all look the same. Yeah, and they do. They all look the same. They all look the same, man.
Even though that'll where the root is, where the root of the problem is. But I gotta say this.
Come on,
say this.
Go ahead.
Is that we can identify that, but at the same time, we gotta know that when we look in the mirror, that is the solution to the problem. It starts with us.
Come on, bro.
We handle up on our priorities. We get them knocked out. We get it done step by step, brick by brick, and we gonna build whatever we seek out to build. We can build it. We gotta handle our priorities. We gotta prioritize. Put the things that we want to the side. Start handling things that we need, our necessities, and stop procrastinating. Get rid of that spirit of procrastination. Whatever you got to do, whatever spell you got to use, whatever you repetition, whatever mind control you got to use in yourself, get out of that procrastination and get it done. And that's how we solve the problem right there.
And make it happen.
Yeah.
Well said, bro. Now, last question or statement or whatnot. Listening to a young guy, I forgot the web page, and he was saying, look, don't wait till the last hour to get out of town or get out of really he was saying this country. They going to Panama. He was saying, man, so much is going on that they fleeing. But I'm thinking that, if the original man and woman, what haven't happened that we haven't faced the scene? Should we leave the country or deal with what's coming at us?
Wherever we go, we either gonna be loved or hated. Being having this melanin in this skin complexion, you either gonna be the most hated or you gonna be the most loved. Wherever we go in the world, man.
That's right.
So, me personally, I wouldn't mind going nowhere, but shit, I'm fine here.
That's right. We gonna be all right where we at.
This our land. We indigenous to the soil. Africans been here for over 50,000 years.
Where we going?
Where we going? We at home. What you talking about?
That's
the globe is our home. We got everywhere. We got pyramids all over the planet. What you talking about?
And what you running from? You gonna be all right.
What you running from?
The original mound builders. Come on now. We know who we are, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And look, key words that you hear Brother Robus Vader say, Brother Low Key, when they say mound builders, look that up. That's the whole purpose of this show, man. We teaching, we educating, brothers dropping science, and you hear certain key words and even if you heard something that you haven't heard before, just Google it, and so that way you can follow these podcasts a little more in terms of what we're saying in the vision or the information that's being put out. But we appreciate your listenership. Hey, man, I appreciate you all on the show. Man, definitely is going in the background. Bam, we out.